You're watching Business News now. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to tackle the nation's energy challenges. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu made the commitment in Abuja at the Rural Electrification Agency workshop on energizing partnerships for sustainable energy access and innovation. The minister, who was represented by the Director, Renewable and Rural Power Access in the ministry, Dr. Owolabi Sunday, assured that Nigerians will soon see light at the end of the tunnel. He said the REA, as an implementation agency of the federal government, and A-Solar, a player in the private sector, have come together to ensure the success of the workshop. The minister said the federal government's commitment to universal energy access by 2030 in alignment with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 7 SDG 7 has sparked a paradigm shift that will change the energy challenge across the country. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry has underscored the urgency of improving Nigeria's tax to gross domestic product GDP ratio to meet the ambitious 34.82 trillion naira revenue projection. The Chamber Director General, Dr. Chinyere Alimona, said this in reaction to the context of the 2025 budget proposal presented by the President on Wednesday, titled The Restoration Budget, Securing Peace, Rebuilding Prosperity, to a joint session of the National Assembly. According to the DG, to achieve this, accelerating tax reforms, simplifying processes, and incorporating the informal sector is essential. The country must also leverage technology to expand the tax net, minimize leakages, and foster growth. She said addressing food and energy supply chain bottlenecks, fast-tracking local petroleum production projects, and fostering alignment between monetary and fiscal policies would restore confidence in the naira and ease inflationary pressures.
Executive Secretary, Nigerian Shippers Council, Mr. Payo Sakuta, highlighted the council's partnership with Ogun State on the Dry Port and Vehicle Transit Area project, commending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola, for their support of maritime initiatives. Governor Dapo Abiodun thanked the council for the visit, describing the dry port as vital to Ogun State industrial development and a solution to Lagos port congestion. He pledged support for the council's legislative agenda.
We are very appreciative of what you have done for us. We will work hands in glove with you as we begin the construction with our public-private partners to ensure that this inland dry port becomes the reference inland dry port in Nigeria.
Mr. President's view about this sector is hinged on the fact that he wants to grow the economy of this country to $1 trillion in the next 4 years, and most of that will come from this sector. So we need to strengthen the institutions and bring about legal frameworks that will also help the institutions in this Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy to be able to effectively deliver on our respective mandates.
Mr. Payo Sakuta revealed that the council's bill to transform it into the Nigerian Shipping and Port Economic Regulatory Agency has passed the National Assembly, aiming to improve port efficiency and establish Nigeria as a regional maritime hub.
We believe that once this bill is signed, it will make for more efficient, transport, sector regulation and operations.
Mr. President's agenda is to also create new transport infrastructures around the country, bring shipping services closer to the people in the hinterlands, and decongest the seaports.
The Gateway Inland Dry Port, located in Papalanto, is expected to enhance manufacturing and logistics in the state. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News.
Well, that report is from our senior business correspondent, Ifunanya Eze, who she talked about the Nigerian Shippers Council presenting the certificate of compliance to the Ogun State government for the Gateway Inland Dry Port project. Moving on, Asian stocks slipped and the dollar was perched near a 2-year high today after the U.S. Federal Reserve cautioned it would temper the pace of rate cuts next year, while the yen dipped after the Bank of Japan kept rates steady. The Fed's hawkish shift sent Wall Street lower, and Asian stocks followed suit, with MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside Japan down 1.6%. Tech-heavy Taiwan stocks fell 1.2%, and Australian shares slid nearly 2%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged more than 1,000 points on Wednesday. The door mood is likely to move over to Europe, with Euro Stock 50 futures down 1.5%, German DAX futures 1.2% lower, and FTSE's futures sliding 1%.